As I have said, we need to invite the keynote speaker, the Cabinet Secretary for Ministry of Public Service, Youth and Gender Affairs, and she's going to be represented by Lydia, who is the advisor on youth affairs to the Cabinet Secretary. Can we kindly give Lydia a standing ovation? A standing ovation. As a loud applause for Lydia Maida. Thank you.
I'll take that for Prof. Asante sana. My name is Lydia Mathia, but I'll take all the words that I get out here. I've called many things. I'm the advisor to the Cabinet Secretary for Public Service, Youth and Gender Affairs, and I do that. I take that title with a lot of humility. As you know, my boss is a professor. I am not even a doctor. So my advice is given with a lot of humility, and the title is carried with a lot of humility. Please receive the best wishes of the Cabinet Secretary. She would have really wished to be here. She always wants to conference and have conversations with young people, but the exigencies of duty do not allow her. Do you accept her apologies? Asante sana. So I will proceed to share her remarks and start by expressing that it is a delight to be part of this impressive gathering of young leaders drawn from all counties and notable associations and clubs, including the Early Alumni Network and the University of Nairobi students. The preceding pieces that we've seen here, I think the Shofko group, wherever they are, they did an exceptional performance earlier on, and the presentations that have been given here and remarks by the panelists here from Yali, from the university, leave no doubt of your commitments, all of you, and belief in your own potential to make a difference. The Ministry of Public Service, Youth and Gender Affairs is proud to be associated with you and appreciates everyone seated in this room this morning. I commend the Early Network for conceptualizing this gathering, which is the second of its kind. The theme, Leading for Impact, is a clarion call for all young people to join hands together and make change happen in public management and governance, civil leadership, business, and entrepreneurship. The objectives of the summit to provide a platform for young leaders to gain knowledge and practical skills for effective engagement are wholly aligned to the aspirations and policies of government and the ministry. I am confident that through the discussions today and tomorrow, the intentions of this summit will be realized. Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, His Excellency the President is a firm believer in inclusivity and dialogue and collaboration, as you have seen from the handshake. And the ministry works to ensure that young people are involved in forging solutions to the critical and unique problems that face us in this generation and this century. All of you are here because you are ready to take up the responsibility, obligations, and duties of citizenship, to share in the joy and the pain and the rigor and the hard but very rewarding work of being a part of this nation. I want to believe that because now, perhaps more than ever, we as a nation require all hands on deck. For many years, youth were just a statistic in the population, but today, youth are partners in progress. They are the cog that moves the wheel of development. The government recognizes this and has instituted policy measures to actualize youth involvement in all development processes. We are keen to ensure that youth are engaged productively, whether by providing opportunities for employment in the formal sector or by utilizing their talents to make a living through self-employment and in the informal sector. We have affirmed our support and laid the foundation for the youth to take up leadership and governance positions at the ward, county, and national levels. Indeed, Parliament has a caucus. I believe our Mheshimiwa Gideon Kedere is part of that caucus for young parliamentarians, youthful leaders who steer the agenda of young people in parliament. Consequently, youth account for 17% of the Senate and 30% of county assemblies. This is a very significant increase from previous outcomes of previous general elections. The government has also identified preferential schemes for young people, including the access to government procurement opportunities, which to date has benefited youth, women, and persons with disability to the tune of 85 billion shillings worth of tenders which have been issued by the financial year 2017-2018. Funds also support the youth to set up and expand businesses, including Youth Fund, Uwezo Fund, the Women Enterprise Development Fund, have made significant impact for youth in expanding opportunities for them. The government has also laid great emphasis on skills building and on job experience to facilitate easy transition for youth from school to work. Programs such as the TVET reforms, equipping of polytechnics, and the Kenya Youth Employment and Opportunities Project accomplish this objective. We also believe in the potential of ICT to expand opportunities for the youth, and that just like electricity, the internet is an integral part of our economic evolution going forward. To catalyze this, government has established a fiber optic backbone that makes it easier for communities across Kenya to access the internet. This is in addition to the Ajira digital program, which our good friend spoke about, which aims to capacity build 1 million young people to do online work. The government recognizes the need for youth to be mainstreamed in all spheres of development, and to this extent, there are youth development officers in every ministry in this country. There are youth decision makers in majority of government ministries and agencies, as well as county governments. We have seen lots of CECs and chief officers who are young people. This is in addition to the support that the government has been offering the National Youth Council, represented here by Roy Sasaka. The support we give to the National Youth Council enables young people to advocate on their own behalf. The government has also provided an atmosphere that is conducive for youth sector actors and youth-serving organizations such as YALI and others to input into policies. And the latest youth development policy, which will be unveiled soon, is a product of such consultations. The government has also put in place measures to prevent youth from being manipulated, exploited, or misused just because they encounter difficult circumstances in life. Through programs such as the National Youth Service, which is a volunteer program, we ensure that youth are offered invaluable opportunities for volunteerism, where they can practice patriotism and nationhood. As a ministry, we endeavor also to foster partnerships for meaningful engagement of young people to make them stimulate change. We want the youth to embrace practical and innovative ways of doing things. I urge you to take the information you acquire from this summit, including what I have shared, and use it for yourself and share too with your fellow youth at the grassroots, so that they too may make use and take advantage of the opportunities. As we speak, the uptake of some of the programs that I have mentioned by the youth has not been optimal. I understand that there have been some technical challenges for youth that have hindered uptake of these programs, and government is well on the way to dealing with the problem areas to ensure that these opportunities are more accessible to you. We hope that this will mean more interest, and that you will more interest, more action, and more initiative for young people to take up the opportunities. Ladies and gentlemen, beyond the taking advantage of opportunities, it is also important, it is also up to you to ensure that you encourage those around you to resist from taking part in the kind of activities that are not only personally unprofitable, but also socially and economically untenable. It's up to you to take on the responsibility to help us undermine the whole of illicit brew and illicit and illegal substances on Kenyan youth, to help us expose the outright lies of terror groups and the organizations that run them, to join us in condemning promiscuity and in guarding against the reckless behavior that affects some young people. There are more than 12 million of you. Your choices matter. You can change this country. You have to do your part. In the famous words of Frazan Fanon, each generation must, out of relative obscurity, discover its mission, fulfill it, or betray it. Continue, as you're doing now, to focus your attentions to solving problems and fixing this country. Do not cower in the face of challenges, but step up with the conviction that together you are equal to the task. Do not settle for being used as political pawns, and do not be misled by distractions. I think that challenges facing Kenya and facing you as young people make it clear that this is not a time for partisanship. It is a time to converge around the critical issues of our time and act with speed and decisiveness. It is time for us to share one vision, one goal, and one resolve, and to forge one way forward together. It is time for you as young people to stop singing in different tunes and speaking towards different agendas, and instead to start speaking in one language. Not the language of tribe, not the language of different political parties, not the language of fear or hate or false suspicion, but the language of positive and universal progress. It is time for you to organize. It is time for you to organize and to work on the many issues that you face. To do so as one united front, because the country and its future belongs to you. There is no other citizenry that is being depended upon. You are it. You are the change you have been waiting for. Move forward as one. In conclusion, I wish to echo the words of the late director of Starehe Boys Center, Mr. Griffith, who once said, "The world is full of people who do their duty half-heartedly, grudgingly and poorly. Do not be like them. Whatever is your duty, do it as fully and perfectly as you possibly can, and when you have finished your duty, go on to spare some time and talent in the service of those less fortunate, not for any reward, but because it is the right thing to do." I thank you all for being here and for demonstrating a commitment to working together as youth and to working together with the government to ensure that we build the Kenya that we want. We look forward. The ministry gives its unreserved assurance of support and collaboration to all positive and well-organized initiatives by Yali Alumni Network and other stakeholders. We look forward to strengthening our partnership going forward, and I wish all of us present Godspeed as we lead for impact. Thank you for your attention. God bless you.
Thank you so much, Lydia. We really appreciate your presence, and we are really looking forward for the kind of partnership that we are going to grow with the Ministry of Youth. Thank you so much for being with us in the morning. Now, we would like a group photo here with the Cabinet Secretary representative. Would like Gideon kindly to join us. Munyoa, Roy, kindly, let's have a group photo here.
To Mario, feedback, please just get into the photo to remind you guys to get the photo.
I will request those of us who are less behind can stand at the back. Then the others can have two lines.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we
It's too wide for the camera.
Can we have some seat and other stand?